Council as a whole committee meeting for December 17th, 2019 to order at 7 p.m. All members from council are present except for Councilman Evers, who is absent and excused. All members of the administration are present except for Mr. Whiter, who is absent and excused. Does anyone recording this meeting as a courtesy to the public, please identify yourself so that fellow attendees know they're being recorded. Seeing none, the city of Eastlake is recording this meeting. Under legislation proposed, we have legislation number 12-17-01. It's ordinance number 1373.04, conditional use permit. I believe this was discussed at the last council meeting.
Yeah, all that new tax.
The question you asked, just so there's a record of it, the legislation reads 1217. I think it would typically read 1210 because we had it the first time, but because nothing was accomplished last time at all, I think it will suffice it 1217 and 10, just so there's a record of why those things are different. Does that make sense? Now we're going to go back and change all the legislation.
Or have another meeting.
Right.
Okay, thank you. Legislation number 12-17-02, a resolution to request for advance payment of property taxes. This was discussed at the council meeting on December 10th. Legislation number 12-17-03, a resolution declaring amended unpaid bills over the city of Eastlake, Ohio. Again, this was discussed on 12/10. An ordinance amending ordinance number 12-17-04, amending 767.03, an application for permits. 12-17-05, an ordinance amending 767.04, permit fee and duration. This was discussed on December 10th. Ordinance number 12-17-06, ordinance for reappropriation. This was discussed on December 10th. Ordinance number 12-17-07, ordinance for reappropriation. I believe this one's new, correct?
Yeah, this was a new one. This is to transfer funds out of the general fund into the road improvement fund. The Stevens Boulevard project that we agreed to and that we have the funding for will still cost the city approximately $1.5 million. And in order to be able to do that, we need approximately $700,000 in that fund in order to complete the project. So I'm asking for permission to transfer that fund or the $700,000 to the road improvement fund so that we can cover the Stevens Boulevard project.
Any questions from Michelle? Seeing none. Ordinance number 12-17-09, resolution for the purchase of a van for the city of Metro, Ohio. Michelle, Mr. Mayor.
The transport van for the prisoners, ours is not good shape, and not worth putting any more money in. Matter being it is transport van, proper season, you better let it do up $1,500. Our mechanic went look at it, did a little body work, NPI will be probably doing body work on it. It'll be good for us for years.
Just the interior of the van is better set up for prisoner transport, right? right after March is on passenger van. So this one will approve it as well.
Any questions for the mayor or the chief? Moving on, resolution, legislation number 12-17-10, ordinance 1151.06, permit buildings and uses in marine recreation districts. Mr. Miller?
Yeah, this was discussed at the council committee a week or so ago, and just changing some of the language in this, the marine district to allow a little more flexibility with what goes on in that district.
Any questions for Mr. Miller? Seeing none, move on to legislation pending. We have no legislation pending. Under miscellaneous, we have an appointment, Joyce Bates to the Charter Review Commission, an appointment of Kathy Fink to the Charter Review Commission, an appointment of Todd Kelly to the Charter Review Commission, appointment of Jim Hopkins to the Charter Review Commission, appointment of Deborah Mullen to the Charter Review Commission, and appointment of James Overstreet to the Charter Review Commission. These will be addressed in the regular council meeting. Mr. Mayor.
Question, because I didn't know, I thought you guys were in Todd became councilman. I don't know if it's charter, councilman again.
We discussed this with the law director. He's seen it.
We talked about it.
The appointment of Mr. Miller to continue on the Charter Review.
The charter does not indicate that we had any other employment with the city, so that does not, there's no compensation for that. That's the question.
No, I'm reading, I look at it, I didn't know that, the commission will include 2 members who shall be appointed by the mayor, 2 members appointed by the president of council, 1 member of council will be appointed by the president, and 2 members will be appointed by the council of all. And Mr. Gawley is the president, but it says 1 for council, that's my question. I'm one way or the other, I'm fine, not, let me say it's okay.
Let me read it. I looked at it last time for the question on whether you were ineligible, so let me look at it on my phone. I'll look at it.
Okay.
That's not good with the honor.
Yeah, so I think with the general difficulty in filling these positions, I think that was to try to keep the position forward and try to keep them moving forward.
I do agree.
I know.
So which ones are council appointments then? Oh, well, is there a council?
Let's go on straight to the best.
And you were before,
I appointed George Davis and Jim Hopkins. Those are your 2.
I'm looking about it.
You know, it's my fault, I just don't want someone to come back, we do the charter, someone says, well, they have a council, that's fine. You know, if you want to,
I'm gonna move forward, you can continue.
Yeah, if you want to adjourn it, I can do it.
Thanks. Council's all committee meetings adjourned at 7:08 p.m. Calling the regular council meeting of December 10th, 2019, in order, 7:09 p.m.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
What please call the roll?
Here.
Here. Here. Is there a motion to approve the agenda for the regular council meeting of December 10th, 2019? So moved. Is there a second? Clerk, please call the roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, the motion carried, the agenda is approved. All prior council meeting minutes are pending. Will hopefully be addressed in the near future. So there are no minutes to approve at this time. Our next regularly scheduled council as a whole committee meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, January 14th, 2020, at 7 p.m. with the regular council meeting immediately following the adjournment of the council as a whole committee meeting. Just so everyone's aware, council will be having its biannual organizational meeting on January 7th at 7 p.m. We'll be swearing in newly elected council people, and then council will also be electing a president and vice president at that time. We have no communications or petitions at this time. Mr. Zernick, we have some motions. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, I hereby move to appoint Joyce Bates of 407 Riverdale Drive, East Lake, Ohio, 44095, to the Charter Review Commission for the term beginning January 1st, 2020, and ending December 31st, 2020.
Is there a second? Second. Will clerk please call the roll?
Yes.
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 Yes, motion.
I hereby move to appoint Kathy Fink of 1220 East 345th Street, East Lake, Ohio, 44095, to the Charter Review Commission for the term beginning January 1st, 2020, and ending January 31st, 2020. So,
Is there a second?
second.
Clerk please call the roll?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. The motion is approved.
I hereby move to appoint Jim Hopkins of 35953 Lakeshore Boulevard, Apartment D4, East Lake, Ohio, 44095, to the Charter Review Commission for the term beginning January 1st, 2020, and ending December 31st, 2020. So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Will clerk please call the roll?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, the motion is carried.
I hereby move to appoint Deborah Mullins of 941 Connor Drive, East Lake, Ohio, 44095, to the Charter Review Commission for the term beginning January 1st, 2020, and ending December 31st, 2020.
Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Yes.
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 Yes, the motion is carried.
I hereby move to appoint James Overstreet of 1437 East 332nd Street, East Lake, Ohio, 44095, to the Charter Review Commission for the term beginning January 1st, 2020, and ending December 31st, 2020.
Is there a second?
Second.
Will clerk please call the roll?
Yes.
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 Yes. The motion is carried.
So Mr. Gully, there's nothing prohibiting Mr. Gully from being appointed. You have 6 members. It requires 7, but we should identify who's which appointment.
Mr. Overstreet was a council appointment originally. He was the councilman.
He's a
Council
member,
representative.
one member of council.
Yes.
So you get 2 members who will be appointed by the president of council. We want to call them Kathy Fink and Todd Gully, or
I believe,
Joyce Bates and Junior. You said Joyce Bates.
Jim Hopkins, Jim Hopkins,
yeah, one of the other people that dropped out was mine.
Okay, so there's one. So who's the other?
Mr. Gully, and then the open appointment also.
All right, so you're Mr. Gully, is yours. And so the other 2, Fink and Mrs. Mullen, are appointed by council as a whole. That's not right.
That sounds right.
Okay. I just did the record.
I hereby move to appoint Todd Gully of 1321 East 351st Street, East Lake, Ohio, 44095, to the Charter Review Commission for the term beginning January 1st, 2020, and ending December 31st, 2020.
Is there a second?
Second.
Clerk, please call the roll.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I think.
Yes, the motion is carried. Move on to committee reports. We have recreation committee meeting. That's our last regular council meeting.
Yes, we had one issue on the agenda that was to discuss the proposed splash park that would be located at Surfside Park on Hillcrest Drive. The Recreation Committee is interested in pursuing this splash park. We discussed some finance issues. Our finance director brought up some concerns that she has regarding the budgeting of this item and others. So we decided to move this forward to the finance committee to discuss as we discuss the budget. So that's where we left that. And apart from that, if I may make a brief report from the East Lake Port Authority.
Certainly.
We did have an opening on the Port Authority. It's a city council appointment. It is the one that's been taken by Bill Popolich. Port Authority will be meeting on Thursday, so I'm going to recommend that if anybody's interested in that position, anyone in the public who's interested in serving on the Port Authority, they can make the Port Authority meeting on Thursday because the Port Authority would like to meet, potential candidates and issue a recommendation to City Council as well. So if anybody's interested in serving on the Port Authority, if you could make it to the meeting on Thursday at 7 o'clock right here at City Hall, that would be great. And with that, I conclude my report.
Any questions for Mr. Kasich? Seeing none, move on. We had 8 ECDC meetings since the last regular council meeting. Mr. Zerr?
Thank you, Mr. President. We did have a DCDC meeting today at City Hall at 5:30. We discussed a variety of topics. Some of the main topics included the East Lake Middle School holiday celebration that is this Friday, December 20th. It's an all-day event. The school reached out to the ECDC committee due to their levy failing. I'd like to thank all the individuals and organizations that are involved, the East Lake Women's Club, Under Youth at Care, Mayor Dennis Morley, Home Instead, East Lake Library, FW Post 3863, Commander Tom Halford, Debbie and Rich Diapice, Heroes United, Steve Atkins and his family, Dollar Bank, C&J Photography, EPAL, and numerous city officials that have signed up to be there all day, and Todd Gully, myself, and Dave Spotten are agreeing to play on the teachers team against the students, so we're looking forward to that, and a basketball game at the end of the day. I also would like to mention the VFW Christmas celebration. That is this Sunday, December 22nd. It's going to be held at their pavilion. It's at 3 o'clock. There are numerous churches that are involved in that. And then we have Shoreline Singers, which is a middle school group from Mentor. That is Shore Middle School. They are phenomenal. They're going to be singing for at least a half an hour, caroling. And then after that, there's a free meal from the VFW, Christmas cookies, hot chocolate, holiday crafts for kids, Santa, the Grinch, and a whole bunch of Disney characters. And finally, I would like to thank everyone involved in the Best Christmas Ever 2019. That is Christmas morning. We've adopted 2 families that are in need in the area. Century 21 Isekai Song has graciously donated all the gifts and bikes for the kids. Lake Trans, Severo's Restaurant, is donating all the food. Kim Hope is going to be a photographer for the events. Willow Lake Church and the East Lake Women's Club. I'd just like to thank everybody involved. And with that,
Any questions for Mr. Zerr? Okay, seeing none, we'll move on to recognition of the public. Floor is now open for recognition of the public. Everybody speakers, all remarks will be directed to the chair. It will not involve personalities and is limited to 3 minutes per person, 30 minutes total. There is no one who signed up to speak. Is there anyone who wishes to address the public? Last chance for the year? No. Okay. Seeing none, we'll move on to legislation proposed. Will the clerk please read legislation number 12-17-01?
An ordinance amending section 1373.04 conditional permit of the codified ordinances of the city of East Lake and the Marion County.
Is there a motion to suspend the rule requiring separate readings and readings in full?
So moved.
Is there a second? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Yes.
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 Yes. Is there a motion to adopt?
Move to adopt.
Is there a second? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Yes.
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 Yes, the motion is carried, the legislation is adopted. Will the clerk please read legislation number 12-17-02?
Resolution requesting the city of East Lake designate Carolyn Chandel PTA finance director to make the requested advance payment of property taxes for the calendar year 2020 pursuant to Ohio Revised Code 321.34 and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to suspend the rule requiring separate readings and readings in full? Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Grant?
Yes.
Mr. Overby?
Yes.
Mr. Beck?
Yes.
Mr. Bond?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Yes. Is there a motion to adopt?
Move to adopt.
Is there a second? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Grant?
Yes.
Mr. Overby?
Yes.
Mr. Beck?
Yes.
Mr. Bond?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Grant?
Yes. The motion is carried, legislation is adopted. Will the clerk please read legislation number 12-17-03?
A resolution amending unpaid bills of the city of East Lake and authorizing and directing the Lake County Auditor to pay these bills on the next tax certificate for collection payment and the various.
Is there a motion to suspend the rule requiring separate readings and readings in full?
So moved.
Is there a second? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Grant?
Yes.
Mr. Bond?
Yes.
Mr. Beck?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Overby?
Yes.
Yes. Is there a motion to adopt? Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Grant?
Yes.
Mr. Bond?
Yes.
Mr. Beck?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Overby?
Yes.
Yes, the motion is carried, the legislation is adopted. Will the clerk please read legislation number 12-17-04?
An ordinance amending section 767.03 application for permit of the codified ordinances of the city of East Lake and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to suspend the rule requiring separate readings and readings in full? Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Bond?
Yes.
Mr. Overby?
Yes.
Mr. Beck?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Grant?
Yes.
Yes. Is there a motion to adopt?
Move to adopt.
Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Bond?
Yes.
Mr. Overby?
Yes.
Mr. Beck?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Grant?
Yes.
Yes, the motion is carried, the legislation is adopted. Will the clerk please read legislation number 12-17-05?
An ordinance amending section 767.04 permit fee and restriction of the codified ordinances of the city of East Lake and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to suspend the rule requiring separate readings and readings in full? Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Beck?
Yes.
Mr. Overby?
Yes.
Mr. Bond?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Grant?
Yes.
Yes. Is there a motion to adopt? I move to adopt. Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Beck?
Yes.
Mr. Overby?
Yes.
Mr. Bond?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Grant?
Yes.
Yes, the motion is carried, the legislation is adopted. Will the clerk please read legislation number 12-17-06?
An ordinance to reappropriate for the expenses of the city of East Lake, Ohio for the period beginning January 1st, 2019, and ending December 31st, 2019, and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to suspend the rule requiring separate readings or readings in full?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Grant?
Yes.
Mr. Overby?
Yes.
Mr. Beck?
Yes.
Mr. Bond?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Yes. Is there a motion to adopt?
Move to adopt.
Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Grant?
Yes.
Mr. Overby?
Yes.
Mr. Beck?
Yes.
Mr. Bond?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Grant?
Yes, the motion is carried, the legislation is adopted. Will the clerk please read legislation number 12-17-07?
An ordinance to reappropriate for the expenses of the city of East Lake, state of Ohio for the period beginning January 1st, 2019, and ending December 31st, 2019, and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to suspend the rule requiring separate readings or readings in full?
So moved.
Is there a second? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Grant?
Yes.
Mr. Bond?
Yes.
Mr. Beck?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Overby?
please call the roll.
Yes.
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 Yes, the motion is carried, the legislation is adopted. Will the clerk please read legislation number 12-17-08?
An ordinance to temporarily appropriate for the expenses of the city of Meeting Dec, Ohio, for the period beginning January 1st, 2020, and ending December 31st, 2020, and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to suspend the rule requiring separate readings and readings in full?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Oshie?
Yes.
Mr. Dec?
Yes.
Mr. Fox?
Yes.
Mr. Grant?
Yes. Yes, is there a motion to adopt?
I move to adopt.
Is there a second?
Yes.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Oshie?
Yes.
Mr. Dec? Mr. Fox?
Yes.
Mr. Grant?
Yes. Yes, the motion is carried, the legislation is adopted. Will the clerk please read legislation number 12-17-09?
A resolution authorizing and directing the mayor and director of finance to purchase one 2006 DMV passenger van from the city of Monroe, Ohio, for the total amount of $1,550 for use by the city police department and city emergency.
Is there a motion to suspend the rule requiring separate readings and readings in full? Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Grant?
Yes.
Mr. Fox?
Yes.
Mr. Dec?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Oshie?
Yes.
Mr. Grant?
Yes, is there a motion to adopt? Move to adopt. Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Grant?
Yes.
Mr. Fox?
Yes.
Mr. Dec?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Oshie?
Yes.
Yes, the motion is carried, the legislation is adopted. Will the clerk please read legislation number 12-17-10?
An ordinance amending section 115.06 permitted buildings and uses in Marine Recreation District of the contract ordinances of the city of Lake, specifically subsection 115.06 and the plan for city.
Is there a motion to suspend the rule requiring separate readings and readings in full? Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Dec?
Yes.
Mr. Fox?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Oshie?
Yes.
Mr. Grant?
Yes.
Mr. Grant?
Yes, is there a motion to adopt? I move to adopt. Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Dec?
Yes.
Mr. Fox?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Oshie?
Yes.
Mr. Grant?
Yes, the motion carried, the legislation is adopted. We have no legislation pending, no unfinished business, we have no new business. We'll move on to administrative reports. First report from our mayor and safety director, Dennis Flores.
Thank you, Mr. President. Welcome this evening. Michelle. So, as you know, we've been having issues with the gallon pump station and the contract we had. So I finally had to make that decision, and I made it on December 12th for us to terminate our contract with Envirocom, and we sent a letter into the bond company to go after the bond. We tried working with them. The original completion date was supposed to have been last year, December 31st, 2018. They did have some issues with the water table, with the lake being so high. So we ended up giving them a 119-day extension, and they still fell behind another 128 days. So the procedure is we send a letter to them terminating our contract with them. We have to wait. Bond company will direct us how we improve. And we tried to work with them because we knew as soon as we terminate, it would take even longer because we're in the bid process again and sort out what they have done and what they don't. So that's why we were trying to work with them. But at this point, our updates and me driving by was never changing. So I finally had to make that decision. So I'll keep you in the loop after we get back to the bond issue or from the bond company on that. Because they actually knew we were going to put out we were going to put the bid out for the second phase, and obviously we pulled back on that because it's still probably not going to be done for a month. And it's unfortunate that happened. Last 2 days we were at Week Care, Thomas Jefferson, Monroe, two chiefs, myself, Dan Claude, and Kara. I appreciate the time these two guys take out of their day, especially both chiefs, a lot of tactics and all that things going on in our department. Chief Whittington actually had the usual some issues in both Bullock and Willoughby, unfortunate issues that he was on with them. So again, them taking the time out and going to schools, and the school projects were there, so, that was a good thing for the last 2 days. I did post everywhere, because I've got still many questions. This is the last week we are waiting to pick up. So if anyone asks, again, we'll ask one. Lakeline did apply, we were talking about Stevens. Lakeline had about 1,500 foot for Stevens Boulevard, so NOAC ended up giving them a grant for $176,000, and they will pay our engineering costs, about $35,000 will pay to us, for the engineering that we've already done. Have a meeting tomorrow with Commissioner Hamercheck and Commissioner Young, State Harbor with a couple of Port Authority, President Myers, will be there. January 7th, have a meeting with, Superintendent Thompson and the other three mayors to discuss, the possible sale of the school, and one of them obviously is our senior center, so. I know the seniors are upset of hearing the possibilities, so we're going to see what we can figure out before the next election in March. I would like to thank both all my staff and my directors. Thank you guys, City Council, for making 2019 a great year. I look forward to working with everyone in 2020 and make us healthier more and more every year. I mean, we've done a great job, especially over the last 3 years with economic development and things in our city. And I can't do that without all of you, and especially my directors and staff, to get these things accomplished. And again, so I look forward to that. Merry Christmas to everyone in the crowd and here. And that concludes my report. Open for questions.
Any questions for our audience? Seeing none, we'll move on to our fire chief, Ted Lee.
Thank you, Mr. President. As always, if I have an opportunity this time of year, we're starting to use fireplaces and keep their house warm. So it's always a good idea to have your fireplace inspected, make sure it's clean, make sure you follow prescribed, rules and regulations as far as how to burn fireplace safely. Make sure your smoke detectors are working. I'm also very proud of all the work that not only the mayor and the directors and you guys have done, but the city continues to be a very bright spot in the county. I think that the feedback that I get on the street from a lot of different people, whether it's friends, family, or people coming in, is how well the city's doing. So I think all of us should take pride in that because we've come a long way over the last few years. And I equally look forward to continue to have the growth and the prosperity that the city had, and I'm always encouraged by all the hard work everybody's doing. So I thank everybody in the room for all their hard work this year. I hope I've contributed to the same level you guys have. Also, for the fire department, wish everybody a very Merry Christmas and hope they can spend time with their families and really enjoy the time that they have with them. So other than that, it's a pleasure.
Any questions for Chief Whittington? Seeing none, we'll move on to our police chief, Larry Reich.
I appreciate the passing for the vehicle. We started the deer program. 17 deer have been called by that program. For people that have questions, I'd like them to call either for me or Tom. Todd's been doing a very nice job with the site inspections and stuff like that. It sounds like people have been addressing more adversarial questions that come to myself or Lieutenant Long for clarification. Again, happy to be part of the team and wish everyone happy holidays.
Any questions for the chief? Seeing none, we'll move on to our chief building official, Dave Mann.
Thank you for especially passing ordinance or legislation proposed number 10. I think that is going to be a key to get a lot of growth happening in the city. With that, let's wish everyone Merry Christmas. That's it.
Any questions for Mr. Mann? Seeing none, we'll move on to our service director, Nick Rivers.
Good evening, everybody. 95% potholes are built. We're out there still looking for them, but it seems to be up to this point. All of our trucks are in good condition, ready to go today. And hopefully that fleet continues to run at its top peak. And everything that Chief Whittington said, I agree with as well. Any questions?
Any questions for Mr. Virginia? Seeing none, we'll move on to our finance director, Carolyn Sheehan.
Thank you. I think all of us want to thank you for the temporary appropriation because that means we can pay bills next year. And thank you for your support. We're currently working on our budget. I'm waiting for a few extra numbers in order to finish up the revenue portion, which is usually the first thing we can address. But I'm pretty close to being able to discuss that. So we'll be starting January at some point in time soon, after the first of the year, the budget and the meetings. And with that, I wish you all a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Any questions for Ms. Shingle? Seeing none, we'll move on to our law director, Randy Clapp.
Well, the finance director is right, the Clamor family always has their children ask for temporary appropriations for Christmas for Santa. So that has come true early this year. I appreciate that, but it's a blessing to work for the city. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, everyone.
Any questions for Mr. Clammer? Seeing none, again, I'd like to wish everybody Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And this meeting is adjourned at 7:36 p.m.
You want to theater or?